Hey guys, welcome back to Castro Valley News Live number 39. Sorry for the delay. Um, I was swapping back and forth with microphones here, trying to determine which one to use. Um, Thanks for your patience, guys, for waiting. Let's dig right into the roll call. Who's out there? Who's listening? Don is in the house. I promised Don. And I love Don. Don is the owner. Now that I just did the intro, I didn't even do the voice. Don is the owner of One Bad Apple Records, and earlier Bob is here as well. Don will come back to what I promised you, and I want to do that because it'll be a good one. Um, Karen's here. Hey Karen, how are you? Jared is here. How you doing? Welcome to the show. Don said, "Happy 2021, Happy New Year to everyone." I hope everyone had a safe and peaceful New Year's celebration wherever you are, whatever you did. Matella is here. I always wonder if I'm saying your name right, Matella. Please correct me if I'm saying it wrong because pronunciations can be different and as always, please let me know if I'm saying it wrong. Getting back to Don's introduction, I promised him Morrissey. And hopefully there's more than a couple people out there who know who Morrissey is. So I am going to introduce, sorry,
Don Sharpie at One Bad Apple Records.
there you go. um, Dennis is here. Good evening, Dennis, and thank you, Matella. I'm glad that I'm saying that right because it's horrible when people. Julie knows Morrissey from the Smiths. There you go. Right on. I have an interesting last name that gets mispronounced quite a bit, so I know what it's like to have people mispronounce your name. And let me tell you, let me give you some introduction to the show. We do audio only. There's no video, so if you are seeing if you're seeing a blank screen, a black screen, it's because there's some duct tape over the camera here. So we kind of modeled this after a old school radio show. So it's basically, like I said, it's just audio. I'm just checking to see if there's anybody else tuned in who can be added to the roll call. I see there's 50 people listening, so if you want to participate in the roll call, please do so. I'll give you a shout out. Karen is saying she is doing great. Laura is here. Good evening, Laura. Happy New Year to you. Karen is saying she is doing great. She's serving the community at the high school. Hopefully, everybody is safe and well. Um, Handing out lunches between 11:30 and 12 to children 18 and under. Karen is an essential worker. Can't wait for the vaccine. And thank you for your service, Karen. And getting into kind of okay, there's some we're talking about rock bands on the in the comments here. Um, Peggy Sue, hello. How are you? Peggy Sue, if you are listening from somewhere else, where are you? If you're mentioning that Castro Valley is your hometown, where are you listening from? Because I love hearing from people in other areas that are listening. I think we had someone listening from Texas. Someone else was in Georgia, I believe. Kathy Green is listening. Happy New Year to you as well. I'll give a little bit of more time little bit of more time, little bit more time to the roll call. And I wanted to say hello to Bob again. Peggy is listening from Idaho. Welcome, Peggy. It's good to know. I kind of feel like Miss Nancy here saying hello to everyone. Thank you guys for tuning in. All goofy jokes aside, I'm honored that you guys listen to the little show that we're doing here. One more reminder, I still have a handful of the Hella Love Castro Valley stickers here. So if you guys are out shopping and you want to send in a photo of one of the receipts of from the places that you've been shopping in town, the email is bizsticker@gmail.com, bizsticker@gmail.com, and we will send you one of those fancy, classy, Hella Love Castro Valley stickers. We've in I think maybe just a couple weeks, we've literally torn through about I think 100 of them. Maybe 75-ish. Sorry, I'm terrible with I'm thinking in my mind what's left in the bag that I've got of those stickers, but a lot of them have gone out. That's right, bizsticker@gmail.com, bizsticker@gmail.com, which leads into the next thing that I wanted to bring up is the importance of shopping local, especially since we're still in the shelter in place. A lot of businesses are still closed. Our restaurants are only doing takeout, which is I don't know how the majority of these businesses, these restaurants are continuing. There was a protest, I believe, in the past few days in San Francisco. A lot of businesses were out protesting, pleading to the city to allow them to at least return to doing outdoor dining. I don't think that rule has been bent in San Francisco to allow outdoor dining. From what I am hearing, I don't think we're going to see a return to outdoor dining here in Alameda County for a time. A lot of I keep hearing that the case numbers keep going up. I hear that the ICU numbers in regard to the the in regard to COVID, I hear that they're kind of fluctuating, but they're still the capacity is still under that 15% that triggered the shelter in place. Sorry, I completely got sidetracked there. So shopping local, I know a lot of us are doing that, and it would be great if more of us could do that as well. Hang on, I'm just getting some information about something that happened in town here. Bear with me, guys. I'm just texting my contact with the sheriffs here. Apparently, there was and bear with me. I'm just getting preliminary information here at 2:30 a.m. I'll post this information to the page as well. This is actually cool. This is the first time that we have put something out in regards to sorry guys, bear with me. I know there's a lot of dead air here, but I'm reading what's going on. So at 2:30 a.m. this morning, a victim called to report two African American men armed with black handguns forced entry to her apartment. And this was in the oh boy, the 20,000 block of John Drive. So one more time, and again, I'll post this information as soon as the show has concluded. But I wanted to, I'll give you guys the exclusive here. And somebody, let me backtrack. I want to thank you guys for giving us all of these news tips. I would not have heard about this had I not received a news tip on this. And I'm gonna message this person directly back and thank him for sending this in. So this is the 20,000 block of John Drive, 2:30 a.m. this morning. A victim called to report that I'm sorry, I have to completely backtrack. The African American thing, I am going to retract that. I read it completely wrong. So the victim called to report that two men armed with black handguns forced entry into her apartment and robbed her and her in-laws. And again, this was on John Drive at 2:30 a.m. Suspects ransacked the residence. This is live, guys, so pardon my stumbling here. So the suspects ransacked the residence and told her to give them 5 minutes before she called 911, then fled in an unknown direction. Surveillance cameras in the complex captured the suspects making multiple trips back and forth from the apartment carrying items. So that's that. And again, I'll share more of that information as well. And bear with me, guys. Bear with me, guys. Sorry. This is live, so we're going back and forth here. And I'm just trying to get this information for you guys as soon as I can. So another one just came in from the sheriff's department in regard to another home invasion that happened in Castro Valley, and I want to thank Ray Kelly for sending this over. So on Monday, and let me check the calendar here to make sure I don't give the wrong date. And again, I'll be sharing all this. Well, Monday was just yesterday. So there was apparently on Monday, there was another I'm trying to find the street here. So thank you guys for your patience. I'm just reading through this and I want to give you the correct information. So also this was Monday and I'm looking for the time. I don't see the time. Let me ask here. Okay. So I have the information here. Sorry guys. I know here's a question mark. Sorry, Anne. I'm just reading this information and trying to relay it to you as timely and as accurate as possible here. So on Monday there was another home invasion robbery that happened in the 2000 block of Ladon Court, and units were detailed to the location for a home invasion robbery. Subjects entered an unlocked back door of the residence while a 95-year-old male was sitting on a chair in the home. One of the suspects held him down on the chair while another suspect went into his pants pocket, taking wallet and cell phone. The suspects fled out the rear door. Investigators arrived on the scene, and suspects fled in an unknown direction on foot in a vehicle. The victim stated there was only about $20 in his wallet. So there you go again, just relaying to you guys, and thanks again to the person who gave me the tip for that first one that happened. I'll give you to you one more time. I'll post all this information on the page as well. Thank you guys. You guys make the page what it is. Without you guys, I would not even get tips like this. So thank you guys. And also, crime is everywhere. So you probably hear more about crime because we're on top of things happening in town because of you guys. So one more time before we move on to another subject is 2:30 a.m. this morning, a victim called to report two men armed with black handguns. These two men apparently forced entry into her apartment, and this is the 20,000 block of John Drive, right by Three Cross Church. Suspects ransacked the residence and told her to give them 5 minutes before she called 911. Then the two suspects fled in an unknown direction. Surveillance cameras in the apartment complex captured suspects making multiple trips back and forth from the apartment carrying items. No suspects arrested. If you have information or if you saw something happening 2:30 a.m. this morning near John Drive, please call the sheriffs at 510-667-7721. That is their non-emergency number. You do not have to give your name or address, and it's also, that number is not traced, so they don't have your number and your information popping up when you make that phone call. But please, 2:30 a.m. John Drive in the 20,000 block. If you saw if you saw anything related to this, please call. And again, let's get to the second one that happened at noon on Ladon Court. That would be the 2000 block of Ladon Court at noon. There were two suspects who entered a home while the victim was laying on a recliner type chair. These people went into the victim's pocket and took some cash. Unfortunately, the suspects fled in an unknown direction, and it is not known if they were on foot or in a vehicle. So the lesson with that one is, even though it's noon, might be a good idea to lock your doors. But yeah, so there's the information with those two things, and thank you guys for your patience. I was trying to process that and get that information to you guys, and also text back and forth with my contact with the sheriffs. So again, thanks guys for your patience with that. I was processing that, and again, and also I will share that information on the page as soon as the show is over, and I can put that information out there. Wow. Again, crime happens everywhere. Like I said, you probably see a lot more of the crime in town because we're all on top of it, you guys, um, in providing tips and information, and us for getting it out there. So just be careful, be safe. Uh, wow, I'm kind of I'm actually a little stunned that within just a couple of days those things happened here. But then again, these crime is everywhere. Crime is happening everywhere. I think we are. I think we're lucky because we're such a tight community, which leads also to the fact that you guys always are sending in for information in. Um, but these things are happening everywhere, and that's horrible that a older gentleman awoke to some people in his house. Definitely, I would I would not want to wake up to anyone who does not belong in my house having them here. So, um, again, one more time, if you have any information on either of those incidents, if you saw something, please say something. Please call the Alameda County Sheriff's the non-emergency line. It is 510-667-7721, and please let them know. Even if you think it's not significant, you may have seen something that is significant. You may have seen a car or uh, uh, saw a license plate or something associated with those two incidents, and you could help the sheriffs bring these people to justice. With that said, getting back to shopping local, and it feels kind of awkward going from two home invasions to um, shopping local. But please shop local, and also please, if you see something, say something. If it looks like something is not right in a situation in your neighborhood, um, definitely call the sheriffs and let them know what's going on in regards to keeping us all safe. I know in this day and age we kind of have a heightened sense of awareness, which is a good thing. And yeah, um, shopping local. The last thing I was. Oh, hey, if you guys want to text or call, the number is 510-331-9112. It seems like the vibe of this show has just kind of deteriorated with two home invasions that have just come to light. But yeah, my train of thought has completely gotten derailed. So the rest of the show, I apologize in advance if the rest of the show sucks, because I'm still trying to process how we just entered the new year to of and with all of us, being hopeful for the new year, and then hearing about these two crimes happening in our town. I don't want to overplay that, and I don't want to, but I don't want to understate the importance of just being aware of your surroundings and aware of what of things are happening. I'm actually, if you have a cell phone, keep it handy, and if you hear things, going on in your neighborhood, definitely call the sheriffs and let them know what's going on. Uh, they are out there to keep us safe. Um, we're lucky to have sheriffs and CHP in our town keeping us safe. Um, yeah, I had some other things that I wanted to bring up, but I'm totally derailed. Um, if you guys have any topics or ideas, things that you want to bring up, throw them out there, because I had some other things on the list that really seem insignificant now in light of our neighbors. Uh, these people on John Drive, I live a stone's throw away from John Drive, so these people are my neighbors, and it's just it's hitting home that these things are happening right in my neighborhood. Um, the other thing that I had on my list um, really seems like I said, it's kind of insignificant, but for the past couple days, it's really been the topic that's really caught fire online, and it's the proposal for the Chick-fil-A over at the lumberyard. And the fast food thing has come up lots of times. In fact, we just talked about it last week when Chet was on the show. Here's the thing with fast food. Fast food comes to Castro Valley because Castro Valley supports it. If Castro Valley supported, um, I don't know what's a good thing to what would be a good reference if Castro Valley supported the Cliff House restaurants like the Cliff House or things like that, those restaurants would probably come here. But Castro Valley likes fast food, so we get fast food, and definitely if you do not support that project, I definitely encourage you to tune in to the meeting, and it- the meeting will be on Zoom. Definitely raise your hand during the meeting, during the public comment portion, and definitely speak your mind and let them know what you feel about it. Fortunately, it's the meeting is next Monday, by the way. And let me look at my calendar so I can give you the right date. That is looks like it's the 11th. So it's the 11th at 6 p.m. and we shared the information to get dialed in on the virtual meeting. We'll share that again. Definitely speak up. You can also go to the MAC website, and all of the CV MAC members' emails are on the MAC website. I don't have their names off the top of my head. Um, I could look them up, but then there would be more dead air for you guys. But definitely go to the CV MAC website and email the members of the MAC. Let them know uh, whether you like the project, whether you don't like the project. From what I have seen and heard, there's going to be a drive-through situation with that, and Castro Valley may or may not like a drive-through over by Burger Island, where the lumberyard is now. But like I said, I don't think it's creative. Um, I don't think it's a creative saying that fast food comes here because Castro Valley likes fast food. Like I said, they wouldn't come here if the support wasn't here. And on the same note, since we were talking about restaurants, we do have great restaurants in Castro Valley. There are great places to eat in Castro Valley. I think one of the most amazing restaurants in the game in Castro Valley is Southern Comfort Kitchen. I think another amazing restaurant here in Castro Valley is Aroma in the Village. We have fantastic sushi places. iSushi is great. Um, we have a fantastic Vietnamese restaurant. Wen's Cafe is amazing. We have had Chicken on Fire is good. If you feel compelled, go on YouTube and look up Castro Valley News restaurant reviews, and you can check out. Oh boy, we've had quite a few restaurant reviewers. We've had Courtney, we've had Ashley, we have Cedric, we have Igor. These are honest people checking out our restaurants in town. We have good places to eat. An amazing restaurant unfortunately closed recently. That's Lime Leaf Thai. They had fantastic food. I don't think they were supported to the level of the greatness of their food. And I see online it has come up numerous times when Panda Express opened, when Habit Burger opened, when Ono Hawaiian opened. The constant stream of people saying, "Why are we getting fast food? Why does Castro Valley always get fast food?" We get it because whether it's people who live in Castro Valley or is it people coming from other areas to check out our fast food, which I doubt it is because the fast food places are supported here. It's not a bad thing. Uh, it Castro Valley likes fast food, but then online they say they don't. So they wouldn't come here if there wasn't a market or if there wasn't a uh, other businesses that are fast food that are being supported that are thriving, which is great. The more money that goes into the county coffers, and again, we're unincorporated, so all of the money that is spent here goes into a big pot for all of the unincorporated areas. We're all better because there's more money going into that pot for our infrastructure, for road improvements, which are infrastructure. Um, that's that's how it is. If you don't like fast food and you want higher end restaurants here, then support those restaurants that are a little bit above fast food. Um, the possibility could be that the fast food places want to be near where the freeway is. That's entirely possible because we have that weird kind of situation where we have a Wendy's and a McDonald's right by the freeway. That's the place that's called Burger Island. I didn't make that up. I wish I could take credit for that, but it's true. It could be that the fast food places like to be positioned near the freeway entrances, the on and off ramps. In San Leandro, there's that In-N-Out Burger that's right by the freeway on ramp. Um, with that said, again, fast food comes here because there is support for it here. Same thing that goes for Starbucks. We still have, I don't know, I think three or four of them. They come here because there is money being spent at Starbucks. And also, with that said, I don't want this to be a commercial for Starbucks because we have a lot of fantastic independent coffee houses here that are owned and operated by wonderful people who care about our community. Valley Java, Vince, shout out to Vince at Valley Java. Shout out to the folks at Cafe Rumi. Shout out to the great people at Bodhi's Java. I don't want to forget a coffee house, and I'm sure I will. The great folks at Pampas, although they do. And let's talk about food. Go on our YouTube channel and look at the review that Chef Igor did for Pampas. I hope I'm saying that right. Pampas. I think it's Pampas. Uh, wonderful food, wonderful food. We have great food in Castro Valley. You guys just need to support it so it can thrive and compete with the fast food chains. And I shouldn't bag on fast food too much because some of I know at least one of the fast food chains that we have here, the Burger King, I believe, is owned by a local Castro Valley resident, a franchisee. So there's that whole balance there. But if you want better places to come here, and I know Chet said this a bunch of times, you vote with your dollars. There's no better way to not dictate, but cast your vote for what you want here by how you spend. So if you're spending your money at our local independent eateries that have good food, that are good people, that are our neighbors, places like Wen's Cafe, places like the Ice Creamery, um, Aroma in the village, the taqueria at El Rancho across from Trader Joe's. And if you don't know about that place and you still say that there's no good food in Castro Valley, you're just wrong because that taqueria is amazing and the people there are awesome. These when you spend at those places, you're making a statement that you you want to support the local independent places in here, and you're saying that you appreciate them and that, um, I mean, but then again, if you like fast food, more power to you. If that's where you want to spend your money, that's completely your business. And I just going back to something that happened a time ago. There was a small fire at the Jack in the Box. I almost said um, something that my dad used to call it. Never mind. I won't say that. But there was a small fire in the Jack in the Box. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. There was a small fire in the Jack in the Box on Castro Valley. Now I'm turning it berry white. It's getting silly over here. I'm sorry, guys. There was a small fire in the Jack in the Box, and they were closed for a time. And I received so many messages from people wondering when Jack in the Box is going to open up because, and this is exactly what people were saying. They needed their, I don't know what it's, two for a buck tacos, or I don't know, they're gut bombs. I've had them before. They are gut bombs. Nothing against Jack in the Box, but there were so many people so interested in when the Jack in the Box was going to open. And then I think the drive-through opened, and then people were just entrenched in wanting to know when is the lobby going to open. So and these were people that I recognized living in Castro Valley. So there is a strong love for fast food in our town. We can get better things here, we can attract better restaurants if you spend at the better restaurants. Shop at Portales, eat at Portales. You know, you're not going to get, I don't know what it is, two tacos for $1.45 or whatever it is, but you're going to see Rosa and Gustavo at Portales. You're going to spend a little bit more, but you're going to be supporting our neighbors. And I'm sounding sassy here, and I'm sorry because I don't do fast food. I haven't done fast food for a long, long time. When I did, it was I did it too. I went to fast food because it was cheaper, not so much better for you, nutritional wise, but it's cheaper, it's faster, it is more convenient because you can just whip right through the drive-through. But like I said, if you want better, if you just vote with you can vote with your dollars. You can make an incredibly huge statement with the money that you spend in not going to fast food. Are they going to go leave Castro Valley? I doubt it. I doubt it. Seriously, I don't think we're ever going to lose any of the fast food chains in Castro Valley because they are just supported. Um, but like I said, for the 40th time, you can vote with your money and go to those places that are higher than fast food. And we should all be doing that anyways, because now more than ever, the small businesses, the small merchants, particularly the restaurants, definitely need our support now more than ever. And I know we are doing that already because um, I was at uh, Southern Comfort Kitchen the other day, getting purchasing a gift certificate, and they just had people coming in and out doing takeout, doing great business. I know JP's is doing great because they have great food and they're great people. Norman's, I believe, is still busy. Doug's is still rocking it. So please shop local, support our local businesses, and that has I think we've reached the end of the conversation with fast food. Again, we posted up the link to the MAC members. If you don't like that proposal, let them know. Dial in online the meeting Monday the 11th at 6 p.m. We've got the virtual meeting login information there. Let them know it's only for information purposes only. They're not going the MAC is not going to be voting on this. I believe the uh, the sentiment was to have this go before the council and the community as soon as possible to kind of gauge to see what's going on. And also, the whole drive-through thing is going to be an interesting conversation because from my experience in going to tons and tons and tons of MAC meetings is the MAC does not want any more drive-throughs in Castro Valley, but we are in the day and age of COVID. So would having a drive-through be better in this day and age? Not that we're going to be in the social distancing situation forever, but the argument could be made that a drive-through could be a better option or a good option in this instance due to the fact that we are in a pandemic and the whole social distancing thing is so important and so prevalent now. But again, you can definitely go online. You can go on any Facebook page and you can post a comment that you don't like Chick-fil-A or you don't like this or you don't like that. But I think, or that you don't like fast food in general. That's perfectly fine. But you can make the biggest, boldest, most significant expression of how you feel by where you go when you shop, where you go when you eat, and also you can attend virtually. You can attend these meetings where these things are discussed. Um, Whichever avenue you're comfortable with is fine. Castro Valley is definitely a very opinionated town, and I love that. I think it's awesome. But um, check out the meeting. Let let the council know what you feel. First person. I I think some of the council members are on Facebook. I don't know um, what pages they're looking at. I don't know what credence they put to posts online. I'm sure they would prefer that you would go to the virtual meeting and put your comments there directly to them. But you have a lot of power. Don't feel powerless. Don't feel like any government entity or council are going to be can dictate what happens here. Be vocal. Vote. Like I said, there is nothing more powerful than how you spend. So shop local as often as you can, and let's support these restaurants who are our neighbors. These people have skin in the game. A lot of these restaurants have been in our town for a long time, and let's do what we can to make certain that they're going to be here an even longer time. Uh, we're almost at an hour here. And I'm sorry. I apologize one more time. Sorry, guys, for the dead air there when I was trying to relay that information to you guys. And I'm sorry if I was uh, more direct with the talk about fast food. Just it, it- you guys have the power. We all have the power to influence and um uh, influence what happens in our town. Let's not feel powerless just because we're not a city or, because of whatever. This is our town, and if you want something to go a certain way, vote with the money that you spend and be vocal when it comes to things like this, when it goes before the MAC or the Planning Commission or whatever. Um, don't think that we're just along for the ride. This is our town. We live here. So if you like fast food, purchase it as often as you can. If you don't like fast food, shop these wonderful and vibrant restaurants that we have. We lost El Rancho Steakhouse too. Wonderful people. They have been here. I wish I knew how long, but they've been here for a while, and I think it was Lions before that. Let's do what we can to make sure that these businesses are going to stay in our community, because without businesses in our community, we're not going to have much. So with that said, hey, let me give you the number one more time if you want to text something in or call 510-331-9112 if you'd like to send in a comment, complaint, confession. Thank you guys for listening to the show week after week. We do this every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Don't forget, if you have any information on those two incidents, the 2:30 a.m. John Drive this morning, 20,000 block of John Drive. If you saw something suspicious, if you saw two men running, if you got a glimpse of them, any kind of description, if you saw a car, spinning out or taking off super fast, let the sheriffs know. 510-667-7721. One more time, 20,000 block of John Drive, home invasion, 2:30 a.m., 20,000 block John Drive. If you saw something, please call. The other one, Monday at noon, Ladon Court. Two people entered through the rear of a home. The door was unlocked. Monday at noon, Ladon Court. Please, if you saw something, please say something. Let's help our neighbors out. 510-667-7721. Stay safe. Look out for each other. Shop local. And Happy New Year. I hope everyone's doing good. With all that said, we will see you next Tuesday, 7 p.m. We'll do this again, and that will be we'll be doing episode 40 next week. Let me give you a sigh. I'm still reeling from those two crimes. Thanks, guys. Stay safe. Be good to each other. Be good to yourself. The last thing, and I'm going to sound preachy here. I like to bring this up every time because it's close to my heart. Because my mom is a senior citizen and I love her dearly. If you have a neighbor or a family member who's a senior citizen, please check in on them as often as you can. Bob is saying, when the strange want fast food, the fast food turns pro. Well said. But getting back to the senior citizens, with the shelter in place, a lot of senior citizens don't get out as often. A lot of senior citizens maybe just staying home because it feels safer for them. Please check on senior citizens as often as you can. Let them know that they are cared for. Let them know that they exist, that they are loved. Can't say that enough. We are all feeling isolated to a certain extent. We all need someone to express. We all have that need to see some expression or feel some expression from another human being that we're cared for, now more than ever, because of the pandemic that we are in and that we will be in for a time. But it will end. There's light at the end of the tunnel, but who knows how long the tunnel will be. Hopefully it's shorter than projected. Guys, thank you for listening to the show, and thank you guys for being awesome. Stay safe, everyone. And yes, Bob, when the going gets weird, the weird do turn pro. Take care, guys.